Before I pass it over to Dr. Goodman, I want to share with you where this began. If you guys watched the ABC Primetime investigative report that aired back in 2005, but you got to know that the entire basis of this product line started with a few incredible scientists, one of them, Dr. Joe McCord, that devoted his entire career and life to the study of free radicals and the damage that it causes in association with aging. His work led to the discovery, he discovered the little enzyme called superoxide dismutase, or SOD. You're going to hear more about that in a few minutes. It's been so significant. That molecule's been mentioned in tens of thousands of peer-reviewed publications. And for his discovery and all of his body of work, he was actually awarded the Elliott Crescent Medal, which puts him in the same company as Marie Curie, Alexander Graham Bell, Orville Wright, and Henry Ford. This guy is a genius. He's the one behind our flagship product. So after numerous formulations, they came up with something called Protandim, and it went to the market in 2003. 2 years later, ABC Primetime said, hey, we want to investigate this product. I think they wanted to debunk it, and they put it to the test. In fact, John Quinones, anchorman, still on the air today, did a 2-week blood test, and he showed that, yes, our first study validated the fact that Protandim reduces oxidative stress, aka cellular damage, by an average of 40% in 30 days. Now, you can imagine it, guys. If you're a doctor or nurse or wellness professional, you can imagine the average American sitting in their living room, just like this, that night. They watched it and they got excited. In fact, calls flooded in. $5 million in orders came in practically overnight. The LifeVantage stock jumped to $20 and everything was off and running. Now, more importantly than just the surge of sales, it was the attention that universities and medical centers began to put on LifeVantage. And they said, hey, we need to contact this company. We need to actually get our hands on this product to fund and initiate our own studies. So places like Harvard, LSU, Texas Tech, University of Colorado, Colorado State, the American Heart Association, the NIH, they all began conducting and researching and doing their own studies on our little yellow pill. And so over the next couple of years, guys, these studies, they began to publish. So what happened with Protandim? Well, the company was a little biotech company in downtown Denver, Colorado. They got it on the shelves of GNC and CVS and Whole Foods and Rite Aid, and it was miserable. It was a flop, guys. I'll just be fair. Like 4.5 years, the company on average sold about a half a bottle per store per month. And this is my conclusion. This is my mindset. I used to work at a vitamin store. I will tell you, the average GNC 19-year-old employee has no idea why Protandim would be any different than the turmeric or the green tea that sat right next to. They don't understand. So in 2009, LifeVantage got smart and they hired some consultants and they wanted to figure out what to do with Protandim. These consultants took one look at ABC, one look at Protandim, and said, this is an amazing story, but it's one that needs to be told. That is when they said, you know, the best way to do this is the network marketing. That's your best distribution model. And you think of it, guys, as a wellness professional, what better way to have a team or an army of evangelists going out and sharing this scientific breakthrough? And so that is when we became network marketing in 2009. And in 4 short years, we reached about $200 million a year, and now growing. Now, I know that we have a lot to discuss of where we are now and where we are going, and you're probably itching to hear more about what this product is, what it does inside the body, what is oxidative stress, and the associated effects thought of with aging. And I thought no better way to do that than to dive into some product education with Protandim than to bring on Dr. Neil Goodman. Now, Dr. Neil Goodman is an MD. He's a board certified in pediatrics and adolescent medicine. He's also, thank you for your service, a 14-year veteran of the U.S. Army and a major in the medical corps. He has several different fellowships, has trained all over the United States, including getting a degree in distinction microbiology Neurology, Immunology. He is a fellow in American Academy of Pediatrics, as well as a member of the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, Institute of Functional Medicine, the American College of Physician Executives, Southern Medical Association, and he's married to a hot doctor, and he's an incredible sculptor and painter, and that's what he does in his free time when he's not traveling all across the globe and lecturing about nutrigenomics and what these products do inside of the body. So Dr. Goodman, I'm going to pass it over to you to share a little bit about your story and why you chose LifeVantage and this incredible product. So over to you, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you, Rachel, and thank you for having me on this webinar tonight. I really appreciate it. You know, since I've been a member of LifeVantage over the last 2.5 to 3 years, it has been nothing but fantastic as far as both for my personal health and transformation, as well as that of my patients. Now, while we aren't going to talk specifically about diseases and mitigate diseases, et cetera, we don't purport to cure anything in particular, because we are talking about a food supplement activator more accurately, and not a drug. I will tell you firsthand, I've had some amazing experiences with my use of this product in my patients that I've offered it to. And because of that, it has literally transformed the way that I practice medicine. And I want to just say that as I saw some of these benefits in my patients and I saw them improve and realized that I primarily take care of children and adolescents, I also was able to offer some of these products to some of the parents who came into my office who were in, let's say, less than satisfactory shape. They had needs, they had problems as well. They had eaten poorly. They had poor metabolism. Many of them had problems with their endocrine system. And all these things were, you know, opportunities for me to give outreach farther than what I took care of in just taking care of their children. And the results have been amazing. And I've got legions of people that follow me and are seeking additional information about nutrition and how to biohack their bodies. So when this happened and I saw these things happen, I started to do some more research, and I got educated in the field of functional medicine so that I could understand the science that was behind these incredible products. And this is not by chance. I mean, the amount of research that has gone into this by Dr. McCord and his research in past years has been fantastic. So let's talk briefly about free radical oxidative stress. I mean, what is this? I mean, if you think about it, our bodies are producing free radicals by the millions every second of every day of every year of your life. And they occur and are produced in not only the center of the cells, but also in the mitochondria. And these free radicals lead to cumulative damage, which essentially ages your body in every single organ. You have 37 trillion cells, and all of these cells are simultaneously, literally self-destructing because of free radical damage and accumulation. So if you have all these different organ systems, heart, skin, kidneys, bone, joints, over years of exposure to these free radicals, you have something that occurs that we call oxidative stress. And this is due to free radical damage, which is basically supercharged oxygen particles that are no longer being able to be held in check by the natural enzyme systems that you were born with when you were a child. Now, I, as a practitioner of medicine, my job has been to address all of these separate organ systems by giving people medicine. I mean, after all, that's what my degree is in, right? It's in using medicine to treat the kidneys, to treat the lungs, to treat the brain, etc. But maybe, Rachel, go ahead and hit the button for me. Maybe what we should be focusing on is bringing up the main central component that helps us to reduce our oxidative stress exposure, which is to increase our internal production of those very life-saving antioxidants that we have the capability to generate and make from our own genetic code. And that is SOD, go back one for me for a second, Rachel, SOD, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase. Those are the three that we were born with. Now, those three genes are only 3 of over 400 survival genes that we're equipped with that Protandim talks to. We're only going to talk about 3 today. So go ahead, Rachel, next slide, please. So if you think about it, our world is extremely toxic. We're exposed to chemicals, we're exposed to radiation, we're exposed to fuel fumes, we're exposed to bad food, we're exposed to toxins in our food. All of these things add to our free radical exposure. So hence, we have now Protandim. Now, Protandim is very unusual. Go ahead and advance it, please, Rachel. Next slide. There we go. So Protandim is an NRF2 synergizer. Now, I want to be clear, this is a product that makes use of 5 organic herbal ingredients that were determined to work in concert with one another as something unique other than an antioxidant. Now, if you look at TV and you see all the ads for turmeric these days, and look at green tea, which the Chinese and the ancients have used for thousands of years, why did they work? Well, in fact, they were all antioxidants of their own right. But what makes Protandim unique is we're not using these products as antioxidants. We're using the combination or the synergy of these 5 ingredients, which amplify each other to the tune of 1,800%. I mean, can you believe that? 1,800%. We are using them to turn on your natural antioxidant production system, which is superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase. We're not using turmeric for turmeric's sake. So in fact, when you use Protandim, you are able to increase your superoxide dismutase by 30%. You can increase your catalase by 54% and glutathione peroxidase by 300%. No one in the world has ever done this before. And this was documented in peer-reviewed studies, of which I think we have 26 or 27 now, as the only dietary supplement that has been proven to extend life in male mice by the National Institute of Aging. And in everyone who's ever taken Protandim, statistically significant, 99.99% of people will reduce their oxidative stress by 40% in just 30 days. This is absolutely amazing science. Now, if you think about biohacking, which is really what we're trying to do here, I mean, LifeVantage is a biohacking and wellness company. They are on the cutting edge of biohacking. The word bio means life. Hacking means to take advantage. That's why the name LifeVantage got its name. Currently, if you were to take antioxidants by mouth, which we call secondary antioxidants, you would have to take 375 oranges in a day to equal 1 Protandim pill. You'd have to drink 87 glasses of wine. I'd like to see anybody try to do that, right? Just to get enough resveratrol to do that job. 120 vitamin C tablets or 11 pounds of blueberries. Forget it. Talk about a stomach ache and diarrhea, right? We're talking using antioxidants there in that instance in a 1-to-1 ratio. That is not what we're doing, you guys. We have one molecule of Protandim is able to neutralize over 1 million free radical particles every second in every single one of 37 trillion cells in your body. This is unbelievable. Rachel, go ahead and advance that slide. So if you look at Protandim, this is what oxidative stress does in your body from age 20 to age 80 without Protandim. And in everyone that we've given Protandim to, look at this, it's flatlined. Literally in 30 days, it has brought it down to the level of a 20-year-old and sometimes even lower. And depending on your age, for every decade of life approximately that you use Protandim, you'll reduce it to a maximum. So for me, and I'd like to tell you, I'm 60 years old, so that means that I would need to use it for 6 months to bring my oxidative stress levels down to the lowest point that they could be. And I would say, and I haven't measured them, that I don't feel like I'm 60. I mean, since I've been on this product, it has been absolutely mind-blowing. All right, now this is, the reason I got involved with this is after 35 years of practicing medicine and teaching medical students and teaching PA students, I was not going to put my 35-year reputation on the hook for a fad product that wasn't true. I had to do my due diligence. I had to look at the research studies, and we are published in so many major journals of education and the NIH, as I mentioned, to validate that these studies were real. And Protandim has over 7 patents, which were finally documented and discussed on major TV shows like the Today Show, Dr. Phil, ABC News, and the ABC Primetime Report. The other thing I want to say is that there were independent universities that also sought to try to disprove that Protandim was really a true substance that really did what it said to do. These independent studies that were done by non-paid universities came to the same conclusion that the researchers got at LifeVantage Company when they documented that they could reduce oxidative stress by 40%. And in fact, it was so unbelievable and remarkable that Washington State University in 2015 came out and said that NRF2 activation with Protandim was potentially the most therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. It is literally changing how we are practicing medicine. And I wanted to be on the cutting edge of that. I didn't want to be a follower. I wanted to be a leader. And that's why I got involved with LifeVantage, and that's why I've been talking about it to all of my peers and all of my friends. Now, not to end there, the LifeVantage company did not stop and rest on their laurels with just Protandim NRF2. They wanted to continue to address the other two theories of aging. One of those theories is the NRF1 theory of aging, or the mitochondrial theory of aging. We know that free radical damage leads to destruction of the mitochondria within the cell and the nucleus of the cell. If you don't have mitochondria, those cells are dead. They cannot repair themselves, and they cannot conduct the natural things that cells do in order for you to have a healthy life. So with, again, using natural products, including ALA, coenzyme Q, grape extract, quercetin, and acetyl L-carnitine, they developed Protandim NRF1 Synergizer, which is once again talking to a survival gene in your genetic code. This is not a supplement. This is an activator of your gene pool that is literally telling your body to produce more mitochondria and to make those mitochondria that you have more hardy, to make them resistant to further oxidative stress so your body can repair itself. This is unbelievable science, and we're cutting edge with it. And the last thing that I was fortunately able to be present when they announced the new Protandim NAD Synergizer, which has been in development for over 5 years. This has been the holy grail of anti-aging. Everyone has been trying to increase NAD. We know that NAD is required for the body's protection of our genes because it drives a protein, a very special protein called sirtuin proteins. Sirtuin proteins exist within our cells in order to protect and guard our nucleus and our genetic material. And the other thing that sirtuins do is they do all the housekeeping chores of the cell. They get rid of all the dead cells. They tell the cells what to do, what to clean up, where to put the work. And if sirtuins, in order to work, require NAD. If you don't have NAD, within 30 seconds, you're dead. The unfortunate thing is that our NAD is depleted. By the time we're 50 years old, it is half of what it's supposed to be. And by the time we're 85 years old, it's almost 98% depleted. By the time you get farther than that, if you are depleted all the way, you are finished, and that is the end of life. Our job is to increase NAD. So far, our competitors have only been able to increase NAD by 2%. That's 2%. That's by using precursors, or in other words, the things that go to formulate NAD. That's not what we're doing. For those of you who have ever tried to do caloric restriction or to do intermittent fasting, you guys had the right idea, because that will increase sirtuin activity by 94%. But the problem is you can't sustain it, and it's not healthy. You can't starve yourself for days on end in order to, quote unquote, feel good and be healthy. Well, what we've done is with NAD Synergizer, we again have talked to the genetic instruction code to tell our bodies to make NAD at its source. And the best news, we don't have to starve ourselves. And we've doubled sirtuin activity and increased NAD by 100% versus 94% with caloric reduction and only 2% by using precursors. This is what we have. And again, once again, it's being done by using natural products. Now, here's the interesting kicker. This was presented at the Long Beach Academy in October of 2019. This is cutting edge research, you guys, and I want to just make sense of it. So again, if you think about it, if you were already activated on Protandim NRF2 and Protandim NRF1, You were already enjoying the benefits of that additional genetic instruction. But the question was, what happens if you throw NAD into the mix? How does that affect your already benefits that you had with NRF2 and NRF1? So, in fact, that study was done, and it was just released literally right off the press the day that NAD Synergizer was released to the public. And it showed that you could increase further your NRF1 activation by an additional 69%. And NRF2 activation, look at this number, you guys, 1,563% on top of what you were already doing when you used NRF2 by itself. And lastly, Rachel, go ahead and hit that button. 1,792% increase in total NAD activity if you already had NRF1 and NRF2 on board. Okay, that's above baseline of just using NAD by itself. This was the tri-synergizer effect, and it was so dramatic and so well documented in the literature, and it is about to be published in other further publications coming up, that they chose to patent it and choose to get additional patents on the formulation where they were using all three products together. This is earth-shattering news, you guys. And the thing that makes LifeVantage different is that they base all of their work in science. This is not hearsay. This is not Dr. Goodman said it was right. This is that it was published, it was research, they did experiments in models and cells and documented it. And that's why I got behind the LifeVantage products and these products in particular. And remember, LifeVantage products they're using the NRF2 technology in everything that they're doing. They've extended it to their hair products. They've extended it to their skin products, which if you've ever seen people use those and the difference on their face, I know there was one individual who put it on one side of his face and he didn't put it on the other side of his face. And they showed his face afterwards and it's like, what happened to you, man? And so now he's spending the rest of his time trying to correct the other half of his face. That's what we are doing with these products. And we've got it in everything that we do, and we're using science as our basis. And remember that you can also use some of these products for our animals and pets as well. There's no reason as a mammal that they can't benefit from this technology as well.
I love it. Dr. Neal, you are incredible. What a way to make also the science and the complexity very accessible. Like, so what I got from it, my biggest takeaway is the fact that this is not just a supplement. We're not just taking like green tea, which a lot of us drink or we enjoy in the morning. This is actually using a very specific dialed in combination of products that are going to activate certain proteins, certain switches, like flipping on a switch to say, hey, go back to what you did when you were 20 or when you were 10 or when you were 5, back when things worked properly. And I think that that's so crazy because I think back to before I started on these products, Dr. Goodman, I was 30, but I felt like I was 130. And when I got activated, I started to feel so much better. I started to notice when I started adding in things like Protandim NAD Synergizer, my mood increased, my energy, my focus. And, you know, even at the time, I'll be honest, like I was going through a really rough time in my life and I should have been down, but I couldn't believe how good I felt. And I was like, wow, this is what it means to start optimizing and doing the best with what you got. I love these products. We have incredible weight management, amazing energy. Dr. Goodman, I'm going to bring you back here in just a few minutes just to share a little bit more about why, or the financial and business aspects of that you've enjoyed. And I wish I could go into every product. I wish I could sit here with Dr. Neal and he could just like dive into every ingredient in Axio and why we have pine bark extract or, you know, all these different things. But the good news is everything is on our website. All the science, all the patents, all the research. Ask the person that brought you to this presentation, like, let me know the information. Now, I know that a lot of you guys who are looking at this at least want to get on the products so you can become a customer to get the products in your body, get activated, and create your own relationship with them. But I know that a majority of the people that got invited, we have dozens and dozens of healthcare professionals on this line right now, watching live. You're looking at, okay, how do I refer my clients, my loved ones, my family to these products? Well, you're going to want to get started as a LifeVantage distributor. Myself, Dr. Goodman, our other guests you're going to hear from just in just a few minutes, they got started here on a pack. We have 3 ways to get started: a silver pack, a gold, and a platinum. It doesn't matter, get in where you fit in, but I tell people, if you want to try all the products, you want to see all of what LifeVantage has to offer, I recommend the Platinum Pack. If you're on the call right now, Let us know in the chat what pack you got started on and where you got started in LifeVantage. I know for me it was platinum because I wanted the event ticket to go to our next science seminar where we learn at convention all about these products and the technology. And I also wanted to try every flavor and every single thing that could help me lose weight, get more energy, sleep better, look better with the skincare. I absolutely adore it. Now, once you get started as a LifeVantage distributor, you're gonna get a replicated custom website for you. It's gonna be coded to you that every single person that you drive to that website and they join, they're gonna be added into your network. Now, what's great is that most people, 95% of people, create what's called a subscription. And that monthly subscription is going to allow you to create a leveraged income, a paycheck every single month that they order the products for life. Now, LifeVantage has a very beefy comp plan that's very simple. And we have a great instructional video that explains all the nuances, but how we make money is pretty easy. We make it weekly every time we sell product, and we get paid monthly every time people reorder product. If you guys want to take notes, this is a product-based business. It's a product-dependent business. It's a product-centric business. We don't get paid unless somebody becomes a customer and uses and reuses our products. And so this is not just about the opportunity, guys. This is about changing people's lives with Protandim and our other formulas. Now, in order to maximize our compensation, you want to do at least $200 a month in sales. That's you on Protandim and 4 other friends or clients or patients on Protandim. Pretty easy to get there. Now, every time you refer somebody to the products, you're going to get paid, personal referrals. So for instance, let's say you got started on a platinum pack and you referred 3 platinum packs, you'd make $400 for each platinum. So 4 packs and you got, or 3 packs and you got your money back for a total of $1,200 US earned. Same thing goes with customers. You're going to make up to 40% on their first order every single time that you get a brand new customer. And a lot of wellness professionals are really diving in because we have over 10,000 people a month joining the company. And a large reason why we've attracted over 1,100 doctors like Dr. Goodman and countless others, nurses, health practitioners, fitness trainers, massage therapists, health coaches, is because it's very flexible. We have a laptop lifestyle. You can build this business from your phone, and we don't need a physical location. So if you have an office, great. But if you work from home, if you do the things digitally, like, you don't need to have assets or inventory. The company ships out everything for you. All you need to do is drive your prospects, your contacts, or patients to our online shopping portal. And what gets me so excited, guys, is 99% of the US has never even heard of LifeVantage. They've never joined. And with the increase of wellness sales, we are at the front end of what Dr. Goodman says is biohacking. We're in the front end of creating science-backed, activated formulas to take a part of a trend where people, they want to feel better now. They want to do everything they can to live as long as they can, but they want to have as many good years in that life as possible. And with over 220,000 studies published on oxidative stress, the awareness, the need, the interest in fighting free radical damage and finding real solutions that are affordable and unique, it is growing by leaps and bounds. And guys, as a company, we are well past the foundational stage. We're 10 years old. We're doing almost $250 million a year. And we are in growth, if you take a look at our stock, but we're not yet in momentum. We've not yet hit that critical mass where we're seeing double-digit growth compounding month over month. And guys, I'm telling you, when we hit that, I don't know if it's in 3 months or in 6 months or in 16 months, but it's going to be a phase, and it's going to be a period of time where a lot of wealth is gained by sharing these products with the masses. Before I bring on our last guest and bring back Dr. Neil, I want to share with you the last year or so that our company has gone through. Our CEO was named to the Direct Selling Association Board of Directors, Darren Jensen. He's an icon in this industry. We've posted some of our best quarterly results. We've expanded into Europe, like Spain. We received as a company the best place to work for the 3rd year in a row. We expanded into Ireland and added a very famous woman, Erin Brockovich, a wellness advocate and environmental advocate, to our board of directors. We received several awards like the Stevie Award for our new hair care products, as well as we launched into Belgium, added into the Russell 3000 because of the growth we've been achieving. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary last year and had our largest fiscal year to date. We expanded into our NAD Synergizer, that per tandem synergizer for NAD to boost the sirtuins. That was a groundbreaking launch, our largest launch in the company history. And just a few short days later, we launched in New Zealand, big for the Asian and the Oceanic regions. About a month and a half ago, we posted our largest 2nd quarter ever. And to close out Wellness Week for the NASDAQ, our company, LifeVantage, rang the closing bell in Times Square. And this is a huge honor to be recognized for the growth of our stock and the success and health of our company. We've been the front jersey sponsor for the Salt Lake Real soccer team, and we've now expanded into over 19 different countries. Now, where can you take this? You know, the great thing is that the sky is the limit. There's no income cap. It depends on how many lives you want to change with these products. And I'll tell you guys, we're publicly traded, so we're very transparent about what you can make. An average Pro 3 will make extra $7,000 a year. You know, an extra Pro 5 doing $20,000 a month in sales will make an extra $30,000 a year. And our Pro 7s that are an incredible prestigious rank in the comp plan, it takes usually about 22 months to get here. We'll make over $12,000 a month. And I'll use Dr. Neal as an example. That's doctor money right there. Like, you're getting into 6 figures. This is very exciting income that a lot of people can make part-time. And next, I want to bring on a few individuals who that are wellness professionals that have chosen LifeVantage as their home and decided to bring these products not only into their own body, but also to their patients, their clients, their loved ones and network. So I'm going to go over to the founder of Biohacking Bombshell, Alyssa Lascala. She is a young millennial, 29 years old, who's built a 6-figure online health coaching business. She's accomplished fitness, bikini competitor, and a personal trainer, as well as a certified integrative health practitioner. Alyssa, share your story and why you chose LifeVantage.
Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, guys, my name is Alyssa Lascala. I am a Pro 5 and integrative health practitioner, and I'm a personal trainer in Reading, Pennsylvania. For me, it was absolutely the science behind every single product that caused me to want to link arms with LifeVantage. I'm a huge science person. I need to see the studies because there's so much fluff and hype out there, as you guys know, in the supplement world. And so I needed to see that science. And let me tell you, I researched my butt off and went through every single study and every single YouTube video at that time before I joined. And I was geeking out, and I've been with LifeVantage for over 4.5 years now. So not only was I drawn to this company because of the products, because of my own health journey with Lyme disease, adrenal fatigue, but I knew that my clients, and honestly, anybody that was living and breathing, needed these products because food can only do so much. Regular supplements can only do so much, but the power of hacking into your body's own biology and activating your own systems and activating your own genes and upregulating them, there's nothing that can replace that. So when you have clients in the health and wellness space, they're always going to want to know more of what they can do to improve their situation. And so it's literally just creating a vertical within the realm of what you're already doing. So it couldn't be a better fit for someone in the health profession.
I love it. And I think that that's why so many coaches and trainers are flooding into this, is that they see everything, they get pitched everything, and yet very, very few items. I know for me personally, you go to any vitamin store or anything out there in the market, or even Whole Foods, and most of the stuff, it's like, does it work? I don't know. Cross our fingers. We'll see. And to be able to know that something's affordable, that it works, it's proven, and it's also unique. So if you're a wellness professional, you're not having to compete. Like Alyssa and Neal, like they're not having to compete against another, activator out there, because Protandim is 15 years ahead in the science, in the patents, and they are the first to the market with this technology, and of course leading the charge in other formulas. So thank you so much, Alyssa. Next, I want to go to a gym owner and another health coach. This woman is a founder of a health coaching business with her husband, Jesse, of Macro Missionary. She's also owned a CrossFit gym and is seeking her PhD, almost done with her PhD in nutrition. She speaks internationally on wellness and has had an incredible transformation of her own physically. Erica Dale, you're an elite Pro 7, a 6-figure earner with LifeVantage. Talk to us why you partnered with this incredible company.
Thanks, Rach. And yeah, I mean, for me, guys, the crazy thing is I wasn't really into the science 4 years ago when this was introduced to me. In fact, I went to my husband. Luckily, I call him my nerd. For those of you that know Jesse, he's just like this encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to nutrition and health and wellness. And I said, well, I don't really know what free radicals are. I don't really know what oxidative stress is. And although he was not on board for network marketing, he understood the science and he geeked out on that, just like Alyssa was saying. And that kind of gave me the green flag to jump into this company. I understood the business side. But what's really cool is I have come full circle. And as Rachel mentioned, I'm studying for my PhD in holistic nutrition. And it gets better every single day. So when Dr. Goodman was talking and sharing some of that information, one of the books that I'm reading right now is all on brain health and how to take control of that and how to better what you're putting in your body to control your brain. And I was reading this book and Dr. Amen says these 5 ingredients that you can implement into your life. And I'm reading it, and you guys, it's the ingredients in Protandim. It's the ingredients in Axio. And I'm just, every single day, it gets better and better and better. And to implement what we're already passionate about with health and nutrition and fitness, and be able to create a very lucrative income, very part-time, it was just a no-brainer. So it's been a blessing in our lives for sure.
And if you guys if you are a wellness professional and you have clients, then you obviously want to know what you're giving them is the best, but it's also a way for you guys to create an additional income stream that might give you more flexibility to be able to, whether it might be to scale back or whether an exit strategy. I know Eric and Jesse are looking for different exit strategies out of brick and mortar, and think about what are your options to do it. What could you create that could create leverage or mailbox money to come in every single month? That's something that you actually believe in, something that you feel authentic about, something that you actually go to bed knowing that you're doing the right thing by your patients and clients, but also is creating an income so that you could potentially create a better lifestyle, more time options and choices for you. Lastly, I wanted to give back to Dr. Goodman. You heard his incredible story, or a little bit more about his knowledge when it comes to our products, but I know, Dr. Goodman, you really fell in love also with the business, and it's rewarded you and your wife immensely. You're a premier Pro 6 with the company. Share just your final thoughts for any health or wellness professional, why they should consider partnering with LifeVantage.
Well, I'll tell you the crazy thing, Rachel, is that originally the only reason I wanted to get into LifeVantage, other than the benefit of using the products, was just so I could pay for my own product. That's really was my only motivation for doing that. And then, so I broke even and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I get my Protandim and my Vitality Stack for free. But then what happened is that just sort of magically, because everybody was having such a great experience with it, I mean, I saw that it was duplicating itself. And the next thing I know is a $100 check became a $500 check. And it kept growing and growing and growing. And it was like, well, gosh, I might be able to not work 1 or 2 days a week if this is true. And I could be putting more time actually into what I want to do, which is to educate and touch all of you guys. I mean, that's really my passion. So while it didn't originally start that way, the business sort of has a way of building itself. And it's really not something that I've had to actively try to sell. I don't think I've ever actively tried to sell product. I have really just positioned myself to educate, to tell the public about it. I've created an army under myself of like-minded individuals who think like me. They're energized because I'm energized. And it's that contagiousness and and that enthusiasm and the passion that you have, that you know that you have something that's so unusual and that everybody needs it. I mean, why wouldn't somebody take this, right? And so once they realize how good that they can feel physically, they start to spread the word. They spread the word to their parents. They spread the word to their sister, their brother, and it becomes really fairly easy to do. And that's been my experience. And the next thing you know is you become like, well, Rachel featured me tonight to talk to all of you guys. I so enjoy doing this. And being around LifeVantage people is like a family. I just don't know how else to describe it. They're uplifting. They think like I do. They're positive thinkers. They're go-getters. They're entrepreneurial. That was the mindset that I was in, and I found in that a family. So again, lots of different people come to LifeVantage for different reasons. Number one was the science and to realize that we had something very unique and very marketable. Number two is we have absolutely no competition because we're breaking the ground on everything that we do. Number three, the science is absolutely proven. The company and the heads of the corporation are so down to earth and are willing to get shoulder to shoulder with us, even when I was a pro too. I mean, shoulder to shoulder, there's no distance. They want you to do well, and everyone wants everybody to do well. So with that kind of an army, it's a win-win situation all across the board.
Yeah, it really, really is. And this is why, guys, we have so many health professionals that are flooding in. And if you're not, and you've been invited to this call and you're not a doctor or a nurse or a gym owner or bikini competitor, like that's fine. You might just be really passionate about your health and you want to get more serious about it. Get started as a customer. If you guys see yourself sharing this with other people or wanting to get your product paid for, like Dr. Goodman started, and maybe seeing where it goes, join the team. If you're wondering if you can do this, we have put together a very simple system that has helped over the last 9 years our team do over 300 million in team sales. We've already positioned nearly 60,000 people inside of our network following a very simple paint by number system where we call it launch, learn, and lead, which teaches you the skill set, the mindset, and the leadership needed to build a successful LifeVantage business, along with a private support community that you need to, whether the tools, the resources, you're a busy professional, we've got the guides and the roadmap for you to succeed. Guys, as we wrap up this call, it's time to make a decision. You've seen the information. Either you're one of three types of people. The first type of person is you want to do more research. You want to investigate the studies, read the patents. You want to review the recording. Great. Get whatever questions you have answered and get started today. The second type of person is you want to become a customer. You want to get on the products. Get back to whoever told you about this, and we'll let you know, like, hey, what are your goals? How are you feeling? What are some of the ailments that you're figuring out? And like say, hey, this is, we recommend the Tri-Synergizer to get started at, or maybe adding in the physique for weight management, the customizing approach for you. The third type of person is you want to join the team. You want to create an extra income. Whether something you're looking to do very spare part-time, or maybe even sometime, possibly, potentially, maybe in the future, move to something full-time or an exit strategy or plan B, we'd love to welcome you here. Either way, guys, think about who you know that needs these products. And I want to welcome you and be the first to say thank you so much for your time and welcome to LifeVantage. This call is officially wrapped. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Thank you, Dr. Neal. And thank you to Erica. And thank you guys all for your time tonight. God bless.